It's October 2003, deep inside a narrow hallway of the Gund Arena in Cleveland. The walls themselves seem to vibrate, humming with anticipation. Camera flashes pop like distant lightning, sharp and sudden. A teenager, barely 18, adjusts his jersey. The fabric is still stiff new. The name on the back, James, already carries an impossible weight. In the quiet before the storm, the sound of a basketball bouncing echoes softly against concrete. The rhythm is slow, controlled, deliberate. Before he's played a single minute in the NBA, the league, the world, is already watching. LeBron James isn't entering the NBA as just another rookie. He's entering it as a prophecy, a prediction. From the moment he appeared on national magazine covers before he even had a high school diploma, expectations followed him like a shadow. Scouts whispered about physical gifts they had never seen before in one player. Analysts on television debated whether any human, let alone a teenager, could possibly withstand this level of pressure. Fans, especially in his home state of Ohio, assumed greatness was not just a possibility, but a guarantee. What no one truly understood, what no one could have known, was the true cost of being declared legendary before you've even earned your first basket. The NBA he stepped into was an unforgiving landscape. Veteran players ruled the locker rooms with iron fists. Superstars were hardened by years of failure and struggle. The league didn't protect hype. It had a history of consuming it. The road to the top was littered with the ghosts of players who carried immense promise into the spotlight, only to collapse under its intense glare. And in the fall of 2003, many believed LeBron James would be no different. That basketball, the same one bouncing quietly in that hallway, becomes the central symbol of his entire journey. At first, it represents pure expectation. It's the weight of a city's hopes, the burden of being asked to deliver salvation to a community that had waited decades for a champion. His childhood in Akron, Ohio, was defined by instability. He moved constantly. He was raised in a single-parent household, navigating struggle day by day. His first courts were makeshift, whatever he and his friends could find. Yet, if you look back at the records from his high school years, you'll find something deeper than just raw talent. You'll find an almost unnatural composure. His coaches described a player who didn't just react to pressure, he absorbed it. Where other young players would rush and force the action, LeBron would read the court. Where others tried to create their own moments, he would wait for the right one to unfold. When his rookie season finally began, every arena he entered became hostile territory. The boos from road crowds weren't born from pure hatred, but from a deep-seated skepticism. They didn't just want to beat him, they wanted to see him fail to prove that the hype was just that hype. And he performed. The stat sheets filled up quickly with points, assists, and rebounds. But the critics simply shifted their focus, finding new reasons for doubt. Sure, he could score, but could he lead? He could pass, but could he win when it mattered most? He was a phenomenal athlete, but could he handle the crushing disappointment of failure? Then came the losses. The painful playoff exits. The defensive breakdowns under the brightest lights. The gut-wrenching finals disappointments. The analysts, who had been waiting for their chance, declared their verdict early and with confidence. They said he lacked the killer instinct, that elusive gene all the greats supposedly had. They claimed the pressure had finally cracked him, that the kid from Akron was exposed. The basketball, which once symbolized so much promise, now represented a profound uncertainty. But what the public missed, what the cameras couldn't capture, was what was happening behind the scenes. Training records from those off-seasons show a relentless, almost obsessive transformation. His film sessions grew longer and more intense. His conditioning regimens became the stuff of legend. His understanding of leadership evolved from being the best player to making everyone around him better. Slowly but surely, the game started to slow down for him. The pressure, which once screamed in his ears, faded into background noise. The basketball, once so heavy with the world's expectations, now moved with an effortless grace in his hands. By 2012, the narrative began to crack. Then it shattered completely. Championships followed. MVP trophies stacked up one by one. Appearances in the NBA Finals became an annual routine. Yet even then, the pressure didn't disappear. It did the opposite. It multiplied. Every single loss was magnified, analyzed to death. Every decision, on and off the court, was questioned relentlessly. No superstar in the history of the league had ever carried this level of constant, sustained scrutiny for this long. And still, through it all, he endured. The truly defining moment, however, would come years later, when history demanded something that seemed impossible. It demanded a championship run against overwhelming odds. A series deficit in the finals that no team in history had ever overcome. The basketball bounced again louder now, its thud echoing through packed arenas filled with tension. Each dribble seemed to carry the entire weight of his legacy. And when it was all over, when the final buzzer sounded, the NBA finally understood the truth about LeBron James. He didn't survive the pressure by ignoring it or pretending it wasn't there. He survived because he absorbed it, reshaped it, and then used it as fuel. His rise to the top wasn't effortless or preordained, it was endured. In the epilogue of this long journey, imagine that basketball resting silently at center court. It's scuffed, worn, heavy, and familiar. It symbolizes a career spent entirely under a microscope where greatness wasn't allowed to arrive late or quietly. It had to be there from day one. Through LeBron's journey, the league, and all of us, learned something uncomfortable but true. Pressure doesn't destroy greatness, it reveals it. And in enduring what almost no one expected him to survive, LeBron James didn't just become a champion. He redefined what longevity, what leadership, and what true resilience really mean. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of sports.